Hello internet, welcome to the show where I review 2 shows back to back that's about getting your little pecker to be a big pecker. Today I was requested by not a patron or anybody really, but my father. He never specified why he wanted me to talk about this show, but he left me this note. Not an expert on abortions, but I'm sure that it's 20 years too late. The Sci-Fi Network.
Why do you disappoint me? Second by second, you waste my time.
It's easy to laugh at them now, especially at that stupid logo. You can make it piss yellow instead of purple. It's still spelled wrong, and it makes me anxious every time I see it. Right now, in terms of their stuff, kinda lame. They got the happy, and that seems pretty cool, but it can't hold all that weight on its back alone. But supposedly, there was a point where it was pretty alright. Shit like Battlestar Galactica, Stargate, Mystery Science Theater for a little bit, Ghost Hunters. Shh. What was that? Bruh. The superior and more diverse choice is Ghost Brothers, where it's just like it's basically Ghost Hunters, but it's just a bunch of weird black guys.
No. I'm Juwan, and I'm a Ghost Brother.
We are the Ghost Brothers.
Bro. But I said supposedly because I wasn't fucking there. I was playing Patty Flipper and eating Starburst and poking dead animal carcasses. Only sci-fi channel I watched was a bad rip of Monster I obtained on the internet.
Completely legally.
And I think I saw Akira on there once. But I was surprised they don't really have that much in terms of original animations. I thought they would have at least something, but they have done diddly squat. They have 2 shows. They have Alien News Network with Will Forte telling you weird news stories. Raise your hand if you've seen this one, boys and girls. I can't physically see you, and that hand has not moved a single centimeter. Don't lie to me, fuckhead. You haven't seen this. You're a scumbag and a liar. Other than that, they have what I'm talking about today, Tripping the Rift.
Holy shit!
Being the first ever, which pioneered a whole bright future of one other show in this channel's 26 years of television history. God bless. Tripping the Rift started its life as a pilot like many in 1998 by Simpsons animator Christopher Muller and Chuck Austin, an X-Men and comic writer. An interesting duo, I did not expect that one. The pilot was a 5 to 6 minute short introducing 4 of what I'll say the most pivotal characters in the series. Showed a horny purple alien creature with erotic dick-looking tentacles with a smart mouth, brash attitude, and a short fuse for violence. Think Captain Kirk in the Star Trek Enterprise. 6, a sex robot who acts as the ship's second in command and undergoes a drastic change in personality later on in the series. But for now, she is relegated to
disgusting fuckbag.
Chode's robot servant who is not gay. Stop calling him gay. He's not fucking gay. He's the most hetero robot since Rob. Because this is a sci-fi parody of some sort, think C-3PO with all his whining and proper voice. But not gay. C-3PO, gay. Gus, not gay. Gotta be bisexual. And one of the primary antagonists of the series, Darth Bobo. Darth Vader, but a clown. You can say Vader with that helmet on, he's already a clown. Boom! Eyes, you look better with it on. This series has a very weird, let's say, infatuation with clowns, even sexually.
Bruh.
The pilot, which is called Love and Darth, is not a bad pilot. I can see how someone could be intrigued by this. You know, you throw a clown pussy here or there, someone's gonna have some interest in it, and would want to further expand on this a little more. The 3D animation looked better than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be something absolutely horrendous, but it looks fine, I guess. The only real complaint with it is that the resolution for the videos are so low that seeing weird shit like this makes it look even more alien. The short garnered a bit of buzz in 2002 and was picked up by our Lord and Savior, Kaneda, by Cinegroup, who worked on shows like What's with Andy's Third Nutsack, Mega Babies, and my favorite, Sagwa. Which, while looking up what Sagwa meant on Google, a lot of results just kept calling me a melon-headed retard. And I learned if you just remove the context of the show, you're apparently just calling someone a stupid person. In 2004, the show was picked up by Sci-Fi, and with the series came some expansion to the cast, like Tanook, this ugly, warty female alien thing who's ready for some dick, but the dick is not ready for her, and a voice you can only get after 17,000 cartons of menthols. And looks like if everyone's lunch lady was mashed into one abomination. That was too disrespectful to you lunch ladies out there. I'm sorry. Now give me some more nuggets, you fucking ugly. Chode now has a horny teenage nephew who I'm just gonna call Incel Randall, and a new version of Six, unlike the previous short, changing her personality to become much more of the voice of reason and a logical second in command. Think, let's say, like Spock from Star Trek, though I don't think Spock guzzled Captain Kirk's purple cum like Six does, and had his titties go every which way, but she changes from a glorified fleshlight to somewhat of a free-thinking cyborg and okay character. I like the handful of episodes with her, and the ones with her understanding basic human emotions. Gus mostly remained the same from the pilot, same with Chode, though Gus was given a much stronger voice actor, Brain from Pinky and the Brain, making a lot of the jokes and little things like his dialogue much more stronger and entertaining to hear rather than his original pilot voice.
Listen to me, you fat purple dung pile. As the ship's engineer, I decide what gets fixed first. Oh no. So if you don't like it, go screw yourself.
Well, people, let's not make this any more painful than it has to be. Despite our ups and downs, I want you all to know I'll always think of you fondly. Saying goodbye clearly was too much for them.
And Chode's still Cho, but with more room than that 5-minute short. He is much more likable as a character than the short slice we were given of him. In that, he's just kind of an angry asshole. A change I think was for the better. A basic episode of Tripping the Rip is about the gang either going to some weird planet inhabited by strange creatures, trying to smuggle some illegal shit on the low, or for a lot of it having to deal with Darth Bobo and his insane clown posse, and the Galactic Federation, who's almost as shitty as Darth Bobo in different ways. Basically, the Federation run by big corporate evil blowhards who treat humans essentially like slaves. They're not actual slaves, it's democratic, but they're basically fucking slaves. And they basically treat cyborg and android life like fucking garbage. While Darth is a scumbag who does rule in a tyrannical fashion and does have slaves, he's probably more evil. I would even confirm, yes, this guy's a fucking nut. He's a clown for Christ's sake. But at least he's not pissing on my leg and telling me it's rain. Or maybe he would, I don't know. He's a clown. Clowns are mischievous cunts. Maybe he would do that. But either way, the Federation and both the Clown Empire, pretty shit.
Fuck all of y'all. All of y'all can go suck a caterpillar dick.
It's usually either those. Some episodes sometimes actually does have some mildly fascinating or just plain bizarre plots in the series. I think my favorite one was when Chode signs a deal with the devil and sells his soul to him, and he has to elicit the help of child star Emmanuel Lewis in weird-ass hell court to battle him.
Clearly, the plaintiff's case here is meritless.
I agree.
Not so fast. Defense deserves a chance to present our case. Don't you think, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Goody.
Wer ist das nette schwarze Kind?
Not all of it hits me like this, but this episode threw me for a loop by the fucking end of it. It just got plain ridiculous. Many of these shows aimed at adults usually blend into the same mixture for me, and I appreciate a change from the norm here. The humor, however, I'm kind of mixed on. A lot of it is based around crude sex jokes. The main character's named Chode, so that's kind of par for the fucking course. And there's some legitimately funny ones. Per episode, I would say there's at least 4 or 5 good sex-related jokes. But there's quite a few duds per episode that kind of suck or pretty lackluster. I think mainly with Tanook. She's my least favorite of the crew members, and I found a lot of the jokes revolving around her being ugly, especially by Chode, to be repetitive and not as funny as the show went on, and the same with her funniness too. I think it peaked for me in the one episode where she's trying to get this guy into a political scandal and make numerous references about Monica Lewinsky. That was in season 1, and I don't know. Some of them just kind of felt very standard by season 2 and 3. Though I will praise that a majority of the situations all the crew members have with Darth Bobo are pretty fucking hilarious. And he's the reigning MVP of the series. The combination of him being a weird fuck on top of being a clown and having a wimpy loser clown voice really does it for me. You can make almost anything funny with that stupid voice.
Let's see. 1 tube of preparation 8 and a hemorrhoid donut. Is that all for you?
Yeah, unless you got something that'll cure my wife's bitchiness.
Well, if we did, we'd have a hard time keeping it in stock.
Oh! I gotta start eating more fiber.
As you can tell, Tripping the Rift is animated in 3D. And not that miraculous ladybug. Pretty nice television 3D. It's that Uggo shit. Fitting for the most part, it's dirty and disgusting, and that reflects upon the product. Where I think that the show struggles in this aspect is when it's trying to be sexually provocative and then actually, hey, does my bad 3D clown hole turn you on? I don't get anything out of it. Playboy certainly did. And maybe when I was 12 jerking off to Wikipedia articles and WikiHow images, maybe this would have appealed to me. But now, nada. I see posts saying I want to fuck 6 from Tripping the Rift. I just don't see it. And those dead or alive tit physics are not very sexy. Gonna put it at that. Also, the other human characters or human-like characters look pretty fugly as well. And there are moments in the show where I swear I could see some fuck clipping between the models of the characters. For the 2 seasons I watched of this, it's a better than expected watch judging from its cover, which the 3rd season's just admittedly phoned in. It's not terrible, just mediocre in comparison to what they did in the past, and I dropped it a few episodes within that series. There's a movie for this, but it's some bullshit. It's a snip job, to put it lightly. There's no way in hell this series got an original animated movie. Of all the shit animated series I want a movie out of, Tripping the Rift did not get a fucking movie. It's just 3 episodes from the meh 3rd season and stitched them together to form a cohesive narrative. So if you're just gonna watch the series, the movie is pretty worthless aside from some shorts. Overall, Tripping the Rift is actually pretty decent. For the first 2 seasons, it's actually a okay ride. I give it 6 clowns out of 10.